What's up, guys? It's Techno Viking 23 coming to you today with some Raid Shadow Legends, and wanted to talk about the most recent announcement that Plarium has made concerning the clan versus clan tournament that usually happens every 2 weeks. It has normally started on a Tuesday, but now they've decided they are going to test it out on the weekends. So we got this announcement basically telling us that this upcoming week, instead of Tuesday, Clan vs. Clan is going to start on Saturday. So that kind of gives you an extra couple of days to save up some resources if you're one of those people that likes to save your stuff every 2 weeks to then use whenever Clan vs. Clan starts. But this is kind of an interesting change. I think I have a good idea of why they're doing this, which I will talk about a little bit more. As usual with Plarium, I believe everything that they do in terms of decisions like this is driven by money, and they see an opportunity to make a little bit more money on the weekends because this will coincide with some other events that usually occur within the game. But I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about how I kind of see this as a 50-50 on whether or not it's good or bad. For me personally, I don't like this because I am lucky enough to be able to work from home. So when Clan vs. Clan starts on Tuesday, I'm able to have my other PC going with Raid on it. I usually load up a ton of auto battles with a bunch of energy and let it farm through whatever I'm farming for that Clan vs. Clan. Also able to obviously invest my Great Hall medals and do all my books and level up champions and make my 6 stars to maximize my points. And it's kind of nice during the week because while I'm working, it's just doing itself in the background. Tuesday and Wednesday, I don't really have to worry about paying attention to it too much. So that's kind of one of the reasons I don't mind it during the week. The other part of that too is that now it's going to be starting on Saturday. Weekends for me are pretty sacred. I don't play a lot of Raid on the weekends, except for like Saturday evening usually. It's normally Saturday is my day to get up and do any errands I didn't get to do during the week. You know, wash the cars, do stuff around the house. And then a little bit afternoon is kind of like when I get into relax mode. It's like, just play some games. I do mod stream around 5 o'clock for a little bit during the evening. And then at night, it's usually Overwatch with my buddies if we still decide to jump on and play, or play whatever other new game I've got. Usually it's not Raid. Sunday then, especially this time of year, is NFL, football, hanging out with friends, just relaxing, not really doing anything. I'm in a Dynasty Fantasy Football League that has been going on for a long time. And Sunday is kind of our day where all the guys get together at somebody's house. There's usually one guy, and he's got like the big basement with the TV, and like we get pizza and beer, and just we all just hang out and relax, talk some trash, have some fun watching all the football games. And that's kind of like our fun thing to do on Sundays. I usually do not play any Raid on Sunday except for right after 8 o'clock. I'll kind of log in and get all my dailies done, and that's about it. I'll play for maybe 45 minutes, and make sure my clan boss keys are run as well, and that's pretty much all I do on Sundays. So I know for me personally, and thankfully the clan that I'm in is pretty cool with whatever people want to do. I will not be participating much in Clan vs. Clan on Sunday. I can already tell you 3/4 of that day is usually gone, doing other stuff and relaxing, mostly not playing Raid. So I've already kind of told everybody, hey, look, Sunday, don't expect me to be putting up a ton of points on Sunday because that's kind of a sacred day for me where I'm not going to be playing a whole lot of Raid. Because when we're over at a friend's house hanging out, it's like you don't want to be on your phone all the time playing a video game while you're trying to catch up with everybody and kind of hang out and have a good time. But on the flip side of this, I think there's a lot of people this will benefit, because I know there's a lot of people during the week who can't find time to play Raid, probably don't have a lot of time to invest in Clan vs. Clan during the week, and are probably happy it's on the weekend because now maybe on Saturday and Sunday they don't really have many plans, they don't really do too much, they've got that free time to then play the game. So this kind of looks like a double-edged sword to me. I can see both sides of the argument. Personally, I don't like it, but I know there's going to be people that do like it, and that's kind of unfortunate. It's always like a balanced struggle for Plarium. Like every time they make a change, there's going to be people that don't like it. There's going to be people that do like it. It's kind of like the whole arena reset, for those of us here in the United States, is at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So there's a lot of people here who would love to try to push Platinum, who simply just don't do it because obviously we're asleep at that time of day. So sometimes I'm up that late, but I don't know if I would want to be stressing out and pushing arena that late at night, because it's not going to make for a very good sleep cycle going into work the next day for sure. So there's definitely ups and downs, pros and cons to all this stuff. But let's talk about why I think Plarium is actually going through with this. Because they say it's going to be a one-time thing. Possibly they're just testing it out, and they're not going to say whether or not it's permanent just yet. But I would say this. I think it's going to wind up being a permanent change, because this is going to coincide with whatever 2x or 10x or shard pulling event they have going on during the weekend. It's probably going to encourage people to spend more money, because they've been slowly making changes to clan versus clan over the last couple of weeks, and months, I guess you would say, where the emphasis and the most points that you can get wind up being based on things you spend money on in the game. They recently nerfed the points you got from faction wars and from upgrading your higher level Great Hall tiers, and that really kind of upset me, because that was one of the main ways I scored a lot of points in clan versus clan, because I'm doing basically all the faction war 21s. I was upgrading Great Halls to 8, 9, and 10, and they cut those points in half basically. So that was kind of less of an incentive to farm those and do that during clan versus clan. And they also are moving this to the weekend now, which means on Sunday, which is a day you'll be pushing and trying to get points, it's also arena reset, and it's 3v3 reset. And here's the thing, like in most 3v3 brackets, I know this doesn't happen in silver, but most people will put in pretty easy defenses during the week so that everybody can kind of farm and get their gold bars. So now you're going to have it on Sunday, which is going to make 3v3 even more difficult. No one's going to be putting in a weak defense on Sunday because they're trying to hold their position or move up their position. They don't want to fall back into another bracket, because 3v3 is pretty difficult. It's not like Classic Arena where you can just kind of farm your way up into Gold 4. You actually do have to build 3 pretty solid teams for offense and defense if you want to push through 3v3 or hold your position in 3v3. So that's not going to be a viable farming method, I don't think, anymore. It's going to be very tough to score points, and that was one of the easier ways to get points, was to just farm 3v3, especially if you were up in the higher ends of silver and up in the gold tiers. So they've kind of, in my mind, cut that off as another viable source of points, kind of like they did with Faction Wars and with the Great Hall medals. And it's no surprise that they've recently made polling champions given a big buff to the amount of points you get for polling champions. So now clan versus clan is going to coincide with a 2x or a 10x event every weekend. Polling champions is one of the best ways to score points, in addition to using books on champions, both things that Plarium likes to sell in the shop. So you do the math. I think this company has shown, obviously, they love money. Every change they make in this game, 90% of the time, is basically to make them more money. And I think they're going to do that, especially with the whale clans. We've been seeing some things coming out the last couple of weeks where people in some of the higher up whale clans have admitted, like just last day of clan vs clan, they just blow all their gems to buy ancient packs, and then they just yank shards. And that's how they wind up scoring a ton of points. So I think Plarium knows what they're doing here. I think they understand they have a very good whale crowd that's going to participate in this, and is going to buy a ton of extra shards during those events. And of course, I'm sure they'll have shard packs in the shop, even more so than they do now for the events that are coming up. And I think that's honestly why they're making this change. And that's why I don't think it will wind up going back to being during the week. Now, that said, I mean, I guess for some of you, this is probably a good change. Like I said, you may have more time on the weekend. I personally don't care for it, but I understand there are people out there that probably will like that change. And like I said, my clan's very chill. We don't really encourage people to push very hard. We just really go for the milestones, and we try to get like the first and maybe the second accessory that's up for grabs, but we usually just push to get the milestones so that everybody in the clan, especially the people that are just in the earlier game or the mid game, can get those chickens and the energy and the shards and things. It really works out well. We've got a lot of free-to-play players in our clan as well, and that's very beneficial for them to be able to get those milestones. Myself included, I got my free-to-play account in the same clan, so it's very helpful on that account to be able to get all those extra resources from the clan versus clan. And we're very relaxed about it. We're kind of like, whatever. Every time they make a change like this, we're kind of like, oh well, we'll just adjust, and don't anybody feel like they have to do anything extra. Just we have like a minimum score of like 10,000 points or whatever, which is usually pretty easy to hit. So we're pretty chill about it, and everybody understands that, hey, a lot of people in our clan are a little bit older and we have stuff going on the weekends with family and friends and things, and we're not going to all be there having a lot of time to invest into the game, especially on Sunday. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. But like I said, I think it's a monetary change, influenced by money, obviously, for Plarium to put this change into effect. But we'll see how it works out. Maybe it'll be cool. Maybe it'll work out, and maybe people will like it better. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but it's going to be really interesting. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about this new clan versus clan change. Are you looking forward to it being on the weekend, or do you prefer it to be during the week on Tuesday and Wednesday mainly? And as always, I try to take your feedback to the community managers at Plarium, let them know what you guys think about it, so they can kind of use that in their decision making. Obviously, it doesn't make a huge difference, but I at least like to make sure that you guys have a voice, at least in the content creator chat and with the community managers at least, so we can try to make some changes. But like I said, let me know down below how you feel about this change. As always, hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you again next time.